Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of CGL's New Jersey Collectibles. I got a really awesome episode for you guys. It's something that at most it's only going to happen a couple times a year because I took a trip out to the Stormville flea market in Stormville, New York. Now for any of you guys that are unaware, especially those not living on the East Coast area, but even if you're in the East Coast and you're not aware of this flea market, it has a reputation of being one of the best flea markets in the general vicinity and on the East Coast. It's the best flea market that I've ever been to. I've been to it 3 or 4 times now. It's a bit of a drive from my location. You know, I'm in the northern New Jersey area, kind of by Giant Stadium, not Jet Stadium, Giant Stadium. And it's still about an hour and a half, hour 45-minute drive for me. It's up in New York State. But guys, the flea market is super cool. You're going to see in the footage really awesome stuff. Kind of the story behind it is they only have it a couple times a year. It's not a weekly flea market. It's more of a monthly flea market, but then they only have it a couple times. They only have it a couple months out of the year. So today, yesterday, November 6th, was the last flea market for the year until they restart again in the spring. So I wanted to go at least one time before the new year, and then that first day that it comes out in the spring, that's usually the day to be there. That's when all the vendors have been kind of stocking up and saving up. Everybody's been waiting to get there for the opening day in the spring. So check out their website, the Stormville Flea Market in New York. Put it on your calendars, plan a date to go. They have pretty much their set dates already. And I don't know if they have their 2022 schedule out yet, but today was the last date for 2021. So without further ado, I think you guys are really going to like it. There's a lot of cool stuff, bought a lot of awesome stuff, and yeah, all right. Enjoy the video, guys. I'll catch you at the end.
And if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Thank you.
All right, good morning, YouTube. We are here in Stormville, New York at the Stormville Flea Market. In case you guys don't know, this flea market has kind of a reputation being a really good flea market, especially for antiques. I've been here a couple times in my life, and I've always found good stuff. It's not a regular flea market. They don't operate on a weekly basis. They actually have like a flea market, I'd say maybe once a month, or maybe twice a month, for only 6 months out of the year. And this is the last week that they're having the flea market until it reopens again in the spring. It gets really cold up here. You can see the ground is kind of frost chilled. And something to consider for this flea market is the fact that I filled up a tank of gas to get here, and I already spent half of it. So, you know, this is a $60-70 trip alone, so that makes me a player right now. And you know, it kind of, I don't want to say forces me to buy things. I don't want to buy things at bad prices that I don't want, but it makes me really want to work harder because I don't want to just waste the $70 and come out here and sightsee, even though the sights are pretty nice. I definitely want to be a player and look for some good stuff. So it'll be interesting. I'm here by myself today. My dad couldn't make it. He's actually, I traveled north to New York. He traveled south down to Atlantic City. So that's pretty cool for him. He's having a good time, but I'm having a better time here at the Stormville Flea Market. So, all right, let's see what we can get. A lot of newer stuff in here. I could be passing $1,000 worth of books. I wouldn't really know. It is super cold. Jesus. Fingers are like falling off.
Yeah, I add them up and then I half it. So
Okay. There's a couple that don't have stickers.
really,
They have blue stickers, no price on them.
I'll just put $2 on them so you get them for $1. How's that?
That sounds like a plan.
4, 6, 31, 37, 43, 45, 45, 54. So $25.
Sounds like a
I got
deal.
Bag. Here, I'll just slide them right in there.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's 20. And 5.
Thank you.
Have a good one, man.
All right.
Thank you.
Love that Venom book.
Yeah, really cool.
Fire Jeep right there?
Sure.
That's good.
My husband just walked away, but he knows more about.
$10 on the $6 million man.
I'd do 15 on it. I was gonna sell them with the guy. The helmet goes with it.
Oh, the helmet goes with it.
Yeah.
So with the guy, 15.
Yeah.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah. That's cool. You want a bag?
If you have one. Yeah, I saw that.
Doesn't fit perfectly, but kind of keep it together a little bit.
All right, I'll have to make a trip to the car.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. So I do like 125 or so. Yeah, those are expensive. There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Enjoy.
Awesome.
Thanks. Move some of this stuff down. I got more of these. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah, If you could, I can't grab it with my gloves. Just take her down there. Yeah. I already got a Hulk out.
So I'll hit you with a couple questions.
I got a couple answers.
Let me know what you
we
think.
only do one answer a day, but since it's the last show, I'm doing 2 for 1.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, I'll try to make it count here.
Okay.
Hulk, Captain America, Spider-Man, and that Wolfman over there. What could we do if I took them all?
Okay, so let's see. So you got Wolfman. Which
So
one?
that's that one, right? The Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
the Captain America, and the Hulk.
Okay, so you basically have 135, 165. What if I did 150? Talk to me. Throw me a number.
I was thinking 120 for the 4.
120. So 165. Do 130.
130. I'll make my 2 questions count. 130.
Okay.
We'll do that.
And I have room.
So you don't start
Actually,
charging me for extra
tell you what
questions.
I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're buying 4.
Yep.
On Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get in here.
Yeah, that one.
No, let's see. I thought I had a sealed one. I was going to give you a sealed one. I guess I don't. Although, this is a bigger Hulk. If you're interested in that, I mean, but that's an Aurora. Go with the Aurora.
Yeah, I'll stick with that one.
Okay.
So 130, right?
Yeah.
Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna carry this stuff.
I'm going to give you a bag. Let me grab a bag.
Yeah, take your time.
Are you a Marvel guy, pretty much?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Marvel and Universal Monsters, my 2 favorite.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Old
Yeah,
school.
My son is major into Marvel.
Yeah. Does he collect?
Yeah.
Awesome. Comic books and stuff like that? Toys?
Yeah, comic books. He goes every Wednesday to the comic book store, 'cause I guess that's when new releases come out.
Yep.
And yeah, he's on the like on the list where they pull the comics.
Oh,
from
he's
the
got them
comic
like
store.
reserved. Awesome.
Yeah, but he's not into the old stuff.
Okay.
Because I had some like old Spider-Mans. You don't want them.
Still have them?
Give them to him. Yeah, I mean not like 12 centers or anything.
I'm actually gonna slip this into one of those bags.
Oh sure.
That's funny. I'm actually really only into the older stuff,
Okay, I'll be right. Give me 2 seconds.
and that's 140. If you owe me 10.
Okay, let me give you change.
Yeah, I'm not too up to date with some of the modern stuff. I like the movies and everything, but the comics and stuff, I like the older stuff.
Now, did you like the series they had? What was it on? Was it Netflix?
The Disney stuff, yeah.
No, the pre-Disney.
Oh, the pre-Disney stuff, yeah. That's going.
Yeah.
130, yeah.
Sorry.
No problem. Yeah. Take them both for 10.
I didn't even know they made Roger Rabbit. I'm gonna buy a bunch of these. Yeah, dude, there's a collector's in Stormville and Hawks, and you'll let them sit.
Wow, some cards I've never seen before. I really like. I really like this. $10. I really like those trading cards. I'm not a huge trading card guy, but I like certain themes. And Universal Monsters, Hulk, they had King Kong. You had King Kong stuff, guys. Stuff that I never really see, but for that, 10 bucks a piece, I'm not buying that to resell it. I'm buying that to collect it.
I like that someone tried to make a flash that look wooden.
Well, this looks like a little bit of everything here, huh?
The bicentennial plate, $5 in the bicentennial. I'll do 25 on that. Because it's a Griswold, you know what I mean? It's done, bro. That name means something still, you know what I mean? It means so much, that name, boy. 20 on that.
I ain't gonna hit you with all these questions. You got a bag?
That's a nice one.
It's really, I just really don't need an eye. That's like the dress form.
Yeah, yeah.
How about Jerry Lewis?
Is this your stand?
That's me, yep.
Are the comics organized in any price format or?
No, not by price, but more by title.
Okay. All right, I will.
Title.
Yeah, I'll hit you up with any questions.
Stuff.
Yeah.
TV and movies.
All right, I'll hit you up with any questions.
How you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
Good. I bought that comic book rack off of you, didn't I?
I think you did, yes, the white one.
I spray painted it. It's
Yeah.
brand new.
Oh, great.
I used
Great.
Rust-Oleum paint on it.
Very cool.
That made my year, that
Well,
purchase.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I have another thing. I don't know if you're interested.
Oh yeah, you showed me that last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got them all organized in the rack I got from
Oh,
you.
great.
And it
Great. They
worked
all
out
fit, huh?
perfect.
Excellent. I'm glad
Thank
to hear
you
it.
so much.
Oh, no problem.
Absolutely.
No problem. Glad being used happily. Great.
Good to see you again.
Thanks.
Hey, partner. Partner. You do 15 on this case set? 15? And then the moose is kind of small and filthy, actually. The moose is kind of small.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping they fit my friend when they come.
Yeah.
$15. Huh?
I think 20 is
I
pretty fair.
can't hear.
I think 20 is pretty fair for this species.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you got Captain Morgan too, huh? How much is that guy? Does this work?
Yeah. Yeah, it works. 20 bucks.
That's pretty cool. Wow. What's that name on that ski? Elon? Elaine? You know how to say that? I'll call him up.
No, those
Elon? I probably can buy a snowboard. Huh? Okay.
It's got like this weird alien card.
Did you use that too? My friend snowboards, but I don't know how to we're coming from California. I don't know how they might be too small.
Yeah, that's for
He's
sure.
a real aggressive, this kid.
That's
Probably, well, he's only like 120 pounds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kid's
All
work.
right, okay, Travis. Here, let me get that. I'll take it.
Okay.
And I'll see you.
Super cool stuff.
Yeah, because those like grass at the last minute, they're not tight. Everything else is tight. So you could use it for
Okay, because I wasn't sure if you did that on purpose. Okay. I know sometimes
I was just wondering if you would take 5 for that. If you got to be, if you're stuck at 15.
I take 10 for it, but not 5.
10. All right, I might swing around. I pulled out these 4. If you would do 20 for them, I'd take that. I took the good.
Do 30. 30 is okay.
30?
Yeah.
How about 25?
Give me
25. Here's 20. I know I took your good stuff.
Took my good, that's it.
And there's 5.
You know it.
Do you have a bag by any chance?
Yeah. Give me just a second.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good one.
I can't tell you how much crap I snuck into my house. Hey.
How's it going? Looking for seconds.
Oh, okay. I found another. Well, no, I found the Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
The Grim Reaper. What was the other ones I found? I just put out. Might have been Jekyll and Hyde.
I like that. That's cool.
Oh, the Lost in Space.
Oh, that's cool too.
Yeah. And I had I must have sold. I had a small Lost in Space. But I think it's gone.
All right. Well, I might swing back around.
Okay. And I'll work with you.
Awesome. Great stuff. Very cool.
Over here. Or
what's up? How much do you have?
Busy. I haven't been able to keep up. I'm not that.
Oh, no. I'm just like, have a good one.
Not one of those cashiers goes here.
No, it's all right, man. It's all right. Thanks a lot.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Oh, I think so.
All right, just to let you know, the comic books are 50% off. All
Gotcha.
right? So these are our price lines. $5 are staying at 5. Okay, 5 and above we're doing. So those are the prices with the marks. You see these marks? That's what they are.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
What kind of deer it is?
I don't know.
All right, no matter. Thank you.
Come on in, folks. Plenty of deals to make. Last one of the season. Reasonable offer.
Carl said it's a really nice doll, but it's older.
$3.
Question.
85 on that.
85.
Was wondering what we could do on the pile of figures.
I'm asking 20 a piece on them. I've been doing 30 all year.
20 a piece, okay. And then just the 2 vehicles also, the superpowers.
All right. This I've been asking 80. I'll do 60.
Okay.
This one here, someone just broke that. $20 for it.
Okay.
Let's replace it.
All right, let me look at the. Let me check these out.
Hey, where'd you put that stuff? Where'd you put that stuff? Huh? Where? Okay, yeah, you filled up that spot. All right. Been doing 35. I can take 25 today. I do take credit cards.
You take credit cards? Snack box are right here, Dad. Anything really, like something like that. Look.
And the plates,
Snack
right?
box
The
right
package
there.
of plates are $1.
The single one, not the bundle.
Right here.
Okay.
Table at the end of the little black and gold.
You got the black and gold one?
Yeah, it's down
$80.
Okay, thank you.
You could do 15 a piece. I'll take them.
No,
for these two guys.
20 a piece.
20 a piece.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, to make it look older.
Yeah. Yeah, there's my favorite. One of my favorite albums.
Those are all original Cabbage Patch with the paperwork.
Okay.
Really? How cool.
There's another one.
Still
Thinking about it.
Thinking about it. Well, I'm back, right?
Yeah.
So that must mean I've been thinking. It's all sealed up. Would you do 25?
Yeah, because you bought some already.
Awesome. All right. There's 5.
Yeah, keep the golf.
What do you get for those oil jars?
There's 20.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, you're good?
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you so
Made my
much.
day. Thank you. All right, guys. So I just want to give my initial thoughts on the Stormville flea market today, since I have like a 2-hour drive back and I might not be able to capture what I'm feeling right now. I'm really happy. I mean, obviously we bought a lot of cool stuff today. The model kits, kind of a question mark for me. I originally hit the guy with 4 kits for $120. That's really where I wanted to be. I mean, obviously I would have liked to be cheaper, but he knew what he had them marked up, and I thought $120 for the 4 of them would be good, because that would be $30 a piece, and I was thinking I can sell them anywhere between $45 to $50 a piece, not knowing what they are, what they're really worth. He came at me with I think he said 160 at first, or 160 or 150, something like that, but then we settled on 130. Fine, good deal on my book. Went back, bought another one from him for 25. What was kind of the bummer was my phone crapped out on me today, guys. I guess I'm out here in the hills of New York, and I got no internet service. I was able to But the saving grace was I was able to make a phone call to my dad to get him to look up some prices and send me text messages back. But not having the internet access at my disposal was a big problem for me, because I wasn't going to ask him every single item that I was thinking about buying. I hit him up with a couple, and it influenced me whether to make the purchase or not. The big disappointment today for me was the Superpowers action figures. Guy had a nice collection of Superpowers stuff. He told me that he was selling them for 30 bucks a piece all year. And obviously you weren't, because you still have them. So that's just beside the point. I get frustrated when guys don't work with me. He said 20 bucks a piece on the figures. I asked him, how about 15 a piece? So that would have been 2 figures. Instead of 40, I'd be paying 30. He could have said 35 or something, but he just said, no way, no, I'm not budging on it. Fine, you know, I'm putting it down. And Dad told me that they would sell for about 25 to 30 bucks a piece, from what he saw on eBay. That's not enough for me to make the deal. Plus the guy was kind of stingy, so, you know, it is what it is. And then he had a crazy price on the Batmobile. I think he said he was asking $80 or $85 on the Batmobile, and then 20 bucks for a broken toy. Disappointing that couldn't get done, because I mean, if he had said 10 bucks a piece, I would have taken all of the Superpowers action figures and just wouldn't have even have thought about it. I think he had like 5 or 6 of them. But at 20 bucks a piece, I had to be selective, and to only make max $10 a piece on the figures after shipping, that's $5 to $6 plus the sales tax and everything. That's another $2 or $3. So you're talking about that whole thing just to make a dollar or two. And the reason why, it's kind of funny, the reason why I'm a little more stingy on the toys than I am the comics is because I know the toys. I've been dealing toys for 10 or 12 years now. Actually like 12 years now. It's kind of funny. But I know my toys. Comic books I don't know as much, which means I don't know the price as much, which means I'm a little more, I guess, I don't know, a little more lenient to whatever it is there is to offer, if that makes any sense. It's just I know the toy market, and, you know, so that makes me a little more stingy, a little bit more hard-nosed. I'm not going to kind of budge as much on toys. Honestly, the best purchase of the day, in my opinion, right off the bat, was the first comic book purchase. I don't know what I got, and I don't even remember. I've been here for a couple hours now, but I got like a dozen books for like 25 bucks or something like that, or maybe like 8 or 10 books. So that was really good. Stay tuned for the recap. Let me guys know. I mean, to me, after walking around, if you know your antiques, this is your flea market. This is your flea market. Personally, I'd rather hit up a collectibles show, obviously. But if I was an antique dealer, I would be here on a regular basis and whenever I can get here. So let me know what you guys thought of the flea market. In my opinion, this is one of the best flea markets in the country, and it's the best flea market that I've gone to every single time. It does not disappoint. It's really good stuff. It's knowledgeable sellers. It's high end. It's valuable, and it's in a cool location. I mean, we're on an old airstrip or something like that. Now I got a long drive back. The location kind of sucks because it's such a trip to get here. But all right, yeah. So I just wanted to get that quick recap off my head while it was fresh in my mind. I think we did good today, but honestly, with the price of the gas included, which let's just call it $65 or $70, I think at best, you know, I'm going to end up breaking even for the day. It probably isn't worth it to come out here and with the purchases that I made. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe the models actually end up being worth a lot more than I am anticipating. And if they are, that's great. That means I made money on the day, and that's good. But honestly, I just wanted to come out here. I didn't care, you know, if I bought anything or not. Obviously, I wanted to look for stuff, make a profit, and come away with high-end valuable stuff. I did that. I found some really nice stuff, but it probably wasn't financially a great move. But I'm out here by myself. Took the trip. Took the day off of work, so just having a good old time. I don't know if I'm gonna get something to eat out here or drive back home, but I will let you guys know on the recap everything that I got. So have a good one, guys. I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, welcome back to the house. It's kind of later in the day. I kind of took some time, checked out some of the prices as to things that I bought, checked out some of the items that I bought, because actually I bought something that I wasn't quite aware of. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it was as I figured. I mean, when you factor in everything, when you factor in time, gas, food, the prices that I paid for everything, financially speaking, it wasn't really a great day. But here's what I did get. I did get some really good items to put on my eBay page. I didn't really overpay for anything except maybe the 4 comics for $25 in hindsight. Not a great buy, but there's a reason for that buy, and I'll get into that. But it was a stupid reason, and it's one that shouldn't really affect my decision, but it did. So that was kind of frustrating. But the first batch of comics I bought really, really good, actually, considering. Bought 9 books, I think, for $25. And I'll get into the model kits also, because there was a really cool one in there that I wasn't quite aware of when making the purchase. But let's flip the camera around and check out some of the stuff. All right, guys. So the first batch of things I want to go over is just the 4 comics for $25. First of all, right off the bat, I didn't even notice this when I was buying it. That's pretty ugly. I was looking at the cover kind of like this. I guess I was holding it and just didn't even notice what was going on right underneath my hand. But the guy, it was the typical guy. He didn't know what he had. All right, he had no idea what was in his boxes. He says, I want $3 for these, the ones that weren't bags and boards. And then he said, oh, the ones with the bag. There's no boards, but they had bags. Those are those you got to talk to me about. So I was, when a guy says something like that, that makes me want to throw out the first number. And you guys can have your own debate about that. That's something that I'll cover in another video and in kind of a negotiation video. But he had no price on these, right? So they weren't priced. And he made it sound like these were like $100 bills, you know, that he had kind of just saved up. So I wanted to go out right off the bat. I'll give you $20 for the 4 comics. I was figuring, you know, $5 a piece. This one obviously not worth that, but these here, get them for a deal. And he was like, oh, no. But, you know, if I let him put out the first offer, he might have said $40 or something, or he might have said $50 for everything. So I couldn't let that happen. So anyway, got this. I don't know, maybe I broke even at 25, maybe I lost money, maybe I didn't. I'll definitely let Dad look at these. This one really not in good condition either. Did not notice how bad it was, but the reason I bought these comics, guys, I did not include this in the video because it would have taken way too long. But there were these 2 boxes of comics, okay? I was walking up to it, and as I was walking from a distance, and as I was going up to it, 2 guys plopped right in front of the box and started going through it. All right? Now, I don't mind somebody going through boxes of comics, but they were 2 short boxes. There wasn't a lot of great stuff to really look at. And This World's Finest 118. This is the 3rd copy that my dad and I have purchased in the last several months. We just keep running into this book. So these 2 guys camped out in front of the 2 short boxes. I don't know. I was standing there for like 10 or 12 minutes. It felt like a half hour, but I was standing there for like 10 or 12 minutes as these guys were going through the comics. Finally, I had to say something. I asked if they were done looking, and they walked away without buying anything. So that was just the kind of the backstory onto this purchase. Is I waited so long to finally get a look. Then I went up, I found these, you know, early Silver Age DC books. And I was like, you know what, I've been standing here, let me just buy it. And probably not the smartest move in hindsight, but guys, you know, like I said, I don't mind people looking through boxes. If there was 20 long boxes, I would expect somebody to take a long time going through all of them. And, you know, I would go over and go through other boxes like I did at the other stand. There's a bunch of long boxes, there's somebody there. You know, you look at one box, I'll look at the other box. There were only 2 short boxes at this stand, and both guys were looking through them. They each went through it, then they swapped and went through the other one. And it's just like, have a little bit of courtesy to the people that are around you. I mean, Jesus Christ, it was so annoying. It was 2 short boxes of comics. It should take, I don't know, I think I go slow when I go through comic books. I mean, my dad would have been through that box in 30 seconds. I don't know what the heck they were doing. super annoying, and it kind of led to a bad purchase, so I can't let that things like that happen, but it did. Now this stuff was really cool. I mean, I was really excited when I saw these, and I still kind of am. At the end of the day, I ended up paying about what everything's worth. A little bit, I got a little bit of a deal, not enough to make the trip worthwhile, but a bunch of reproduction model kits. This one of Spider-Man, it is sealed. Some of them are sealed, some of them are not. I went back and bought this Jekyll and Hyde. It marked at 35, only paid 25 for it. I like all this kind of stuff, guy. I mean, I would really like to own the originals, but you're talking about a couple hundred. If you found an original Jekyll and Hyde, not sealed, just in a plain old box, you're probably looking at about $200 to $300, probably on the minimum. They're just really tough to find. All these guys can use a nice little cleaning. The Wolfman that he had marked at 60, I don't know why, but it is a harder to find model. It is a little bit bigger. So for the 4 original models that I bought, the Hulk, which I'll get into, the Spider-Man, the Wolfman, and the Captain America, I was thinking I would like to pay $30 a piece, and the guy was fair enough to work with me. I mean, he hit me with 165 or 160 something for all of them. I said, you know, I was looking at 120, and we settled on, what was it, 130? So, you know, like I said, and then I paid 25 for the other one. So $155 for 5 model kits. That's pretty much $30 a piece, and they're pretty much worth between $30 to $40 a piece. So, like I said, nothing great there. I mean, it's cool to have the stuff. You know, honestly, I'd rather have the stuff as of right now, because the market is just so hot on them. So I'm going to try to move these quickly. This one is not sealed, but it looks like it's complete. All right, let's get into the cool one now. This is a reproduction box of a 1966 Hulk set. All right, but I do believe that this is, and somebody can double check me here, I do believe this is actually an original 1966 Hulk model kit. The box is reproduction. I'm pretty sure the instructions here are legit. The paper certainly looks of age, and the kit looks like it's been painted. This is not broken, by the way. It's supposed to be attached like that, but somebody partially completed it, and I thought there was a marking on this that says Aurora 1966 right here. So I don't know if anybody can confirm or deny that this is original or reproduction. I feel like I know the box is reproduction because it has this information about a website on it. So the box is definitely repo. It doesn't feel like it's an old box. It feels new. I thought the whole thing was just a reproduction set, to be honest, but it looks like these are original parts. And if anybody in the comments section can let me know, I really appreciate you guys' comments. A lot of you guys actually give me a lot of tips and stuff and information that I was not aware of when originally making a purchase, and just know that that always goes, that never goes unread. I always, obviously you guys know I always take the time to respond, and I really appreciate it. So if anybody can tell me if that is actually an original 1966 set or not. Once again, here's the paperwork. It's got some information down there. Seems pretty cool. I was not expecting to buy a 1960s Aurora set with that purchase. I never actually owned one, so if that is an original set, that's super cool. All right, so we have a super cool Kenner $6 Million Man vehicle. I forgot what this is actually called. I do have an original one of these in the original box, kind of in really nice condition. So I wasn't buying this to collect it. I was definitely buying it to get rid of it. Let's try to organize this in some way. So he gave me this guy. He said the guy was included. It was marked for $20. I don't know if this guy's actually vintage or not. No, he's made in 1997. This is probably pretty much worthless. Who knows? This might be $1 million figure. I don't even know. So I'll definitely check it out before just chucking it in a bin or something. But I don't think that's not really why I bought it. I definitely bought it for all the $6 Million Man accessories. I'm not sure if this is supposed to go in here or not. It doesn't look like it. This army hat is supposed to go with him, I guess. I'll look into all this stuff. Because I don't know if some of this stuff was included. Like this backpack right here. I don't know if this was included with the vehicle, or if this is a separate accessory. So the vehicle is missing some stuff, obviously. It is missing, it looks like the chair. That would be a big one. It does have this. It's missing the glass panel, the plastic, supposed to be glass. It's missing, I believe, a rocket piece there in the back. But it's 70s Kenner. It's $6 Million Man. I mean, I don't know what the price of these actually is going for nowadays, but for 15 bucks, I got the whole kind of kit and caboodle. Like I said, I already have one of these in the original box and everything like that. So I'll just run it through real quick. It's kind of beat up. It does have some stickers, you know. I mean, for me, the big stickers are the $6 Million Man logos. That's really what I want to see on here. Let me try and get this side. It's got the red plastic extender pieces, the wings. So it's not completely bare bone. You know, there's some stuff there. It's salvageable. And it's cool. I mean, $15 to me, this was not the worst buy of the day. This was definitely one of the better buys. I don't see stuff, you know, I don't see stuff like this too often, especially not at reasonable prices. So I was glad to get it. And now, last but certainly not least, actually, this was probably the best score of the day, was the very first stand I stopped at, I believe. 9 comic books for $25. Got 2 of some Black Suit Spider-Man comic books. So the guy had everything at marked price. He said half off, and he ended up taking off more than half. This I wasn't sure what it was, but I thought for $3, a 10-cent comic. I don't know what it is, but maybe my dad'll probably know. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Then there were these 3 issues here that just had blue stickers on them, no price. It doesn't look like there's anything written on there. And he just told me take these for $1 a piece. So a little disclaimer for all you guys. Like I said, I'm not a comic book collector. I've only been kind of into comic books for the last 4 to 5 months. That's actually a lie, because when I was a little kid, when I first started off collecting Pez dispensers, my other collecting hobby was Simpson comic books. So I do have this somewhere else. It's in a box somewhere, but this is actually a rarer version because of the foil. This came in just a painted regular paper version, and then this is the foil version. So it's Bartman #1, and also got a Black Panther for $1. So Black Panther #14. So that's really cool that I got these 3 books for $1 a piece. I mean, that's well worth. He could have easily, if he said $2 or $3 a piece, I probably still would have paid them. I mean, I don't know about the Doctor Strange book, but these 2 I definitely would have paid $3 a piece for, probably. Jungle Action featuring Black Panther #7, super cool. $3 for that. $3 for this. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man with Kraven, Tarantula on the cover. $3 for that. And then obviously probably the best value buy of the day was Venom Lethal Protector #1. He charged me half and then took a couple bucks off, so we'll just say I spent $10 on this comic. And yeah, super cool. I mean, it's super nice. There's really almost no damage. I'll run the camera through it here. It looks like everything is good. Pretty solid, pretty clean. So guys, I don't know, I'm sure for a lot of you, this is your first time ever seeing Stormville Flea Market in action. You know, what do you think? To me, in my opinion, It's not a collectible mega, you know, like I said in my right after I was done and I was in the car kind of recapping, I would rather go to a collectible show for collectibles, for comic books, for toys, for any stuff like that. I'd rather be at a collectible show. But when you talk about just a local flea market, I mean, for me, it's a drive, but imagine that's your local flea market. Imagine you're 10, 20, even 30 minutes away from that flea market, and it's antique mecca. I mean, that you know, there were so many antiques there. I wish I had a better education on it. I got to take the time to learn and study antiques. It's a bit more difficult than just collectibles like comic books, because there's so much to look out for. But if I was a antique dealer, if any of you guys are into antiques, Stormville Flea Market is the spot for you, and obviously Collectibles too. I mean, they're gonna reopen again in the spring. Usually that first outing, that first show of the year is usually a big one. Obviously, I wanted to go to this one also because it was the last one, and sellers might be trying to just get rid of stuff. Like this guy had everything at 50% off. And yeah, it was a good experience. Like I said, I didn't make a ton of money. I might even lost money, but you know what? I had fun on the process. Definitely an adventure going out by myself. Wasn't the same without my dad out there, I gotta say. Got a little lonely at times, but it was still a lot of fun, and it was an experience nonetheless. Met some cool people, bought some good stuff, had a good time. So, and made a great video. So that's what it's all about, guys. So thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and let me know what you think of my purchases. Let me know what you think of Stormville Flea Market. And on the alert, the next video that comes out is going to be a 500 subscriber Q&A. So please take the time. If you have any questions for me that haven't already been asked, I've already looked into some of the questions that have already been asked, and I will answer them in depth with my dad and I. If you have a question for us, on collecting, on investing, on what to look out for, what's hot, what's not, anything, how we started, I mean, anything like that, any question you can think of, I want to answer it in this Q&A session with Dad. So drop your questions in the comment section. If you've already written a comment, write it again just so I don't miss it. And thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for allowing me to do a 500 subscriber Q&A. This is really awesome. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.